Good evening, welcome to this video. Today we have a sub request by Thelonious for the A6M3 Mod 22 Co. This was an interesting one because I've never actually done a video on this thing, and even he pointed that out. And there's actually quite a few good reasons for that. Number one, as much as I love this aircraft, I just don't play it, and I know what you're thinking. Joe, you love Zeros. You love the fact that they are maneuverable, they've got decent climb rates, etc. Why would you not play this one? Well, the thing is this thing is sat at the same BR as a plane that's better. And I don't mean the high, I mean the regular A6M5. And not only that, I have access to the Co. I have access to the A6M6, which has the same or much better firepower. And not only that, I have the A7M1. So this thing's been sat parked for an awful long time. And I'm not saying it's a bad plane before anyone thinks that. I just have better options, so I use those instead. And as I said about the A7M1, that thing's a monster. This thing's good, but of course, yeah, it's not the most ideal. So of course, like a Zero, it does carry a couple of bombs. I doubt we're ever going to use these, but you never know. We might take these for the memes in a down tier or something. But of course, our performance is pretty similar to the A6M3s that we already know. And of course, that does mean that we are going to be a little bit low on the performance side, especially in an up tier. And even in our own tier, we're going to be meeting stuff like Bearcats, later model Spitfires, which have obviously the later Merlins and everything. And we're going to be running into a whole lot of American aircraft, which will leave this thing in the dust. So we're going to have to use what we have available to us, which is, of course, maneuverability, decent roll rate, and, of course, a decent rate of climb. The guns, however, are going to be letting us down because, of course, we all know that Japan and a lot of other nations took quite a big hit when it comes to their cannons. And, of course, our only other weapons we can rely on are the 7.7s, which are hit and miss. So, I don't know how this is going to go because I haven't taken this plane out for a long time. So, let's get into the match and let's find out. So, of course, you've already seen Harry's combo request. I'm sure everyone enjoyed seeing that. I mean, could have definitely been a better run, but, well, that's just what happens. At the end of the day, I can't exactly go around getting 20 kills in each vehicle just to get a video done. I mean, if I had the time to do that, I'd probably do that, but nah, I just don't have the time these days. Anyway, I will see you all in the first match. About 2 minutes later, we get our first match on Hurtgen, which I'm hoping this isn't an up tier, because last time I played this thing, it was an up tier, and it wasn't fun, let's put it that way. And it's an up tier. Fuck. There's no polite way of putting that. Right, well, we are sticking with minimum fuel. We need as much performance as we can get, because this isn't going to be fun. This is going to be quite difficult. But I'm up for a challenge. So we've got D9s, 14E, K4. We're really in the doghouse in terms of this, so we've just got to play this carefully. It's probably not going to be the best number in terms of kills, because, well, we're in a A6M3 and we're fighting at 6.0. But I will certainly do my best. I'm not going to take bombs, because, well, there's no point. I need as much performance as I can get. That's why I'm taking minimum fuel. And this is gonna hurt, that's for sure. I'm not looking forward to how this match is gonna go. An A6M5 has just spawned in. It's a Co, which I would rather be in that right now. In fact, no, I'd rather be in the A7M right now because I want the extra performance. And the 13.2s as well, but that's a story for another day. Anyway, so it's going to take a few minutes to get into the match. I will see you all in just a moment. Well, welcome back. As you can probably tell, we are surrounded by very dangerous aircraft. We've got an RA-2005 above us, or near us. F2G just to the left of me. We've got several other aircraft which I do not want to mess with. So we're going to have to try and pick on the small fry, and you know it's bad when I'm considering RE2005 as small fry, but that thing used to be amazing. Then they nerfed the shit out of it. It was a shame, because I loved that thing when it came out. Here we go. Yep, PVD-1K coming in now. That's going to be interesting to deal with. Obviously, he's just going to keep on going because he knows he can't turn fight us. Although, I'm not going to say that he won't, because he's already turning back to turn fight the A6M3. What's that noise? Oh, it's a dead bomber. Okay, that's fine. So, the LA7 over there, he's already RTB'd. I think he took some damage. This is going to be a tough match. There's no sugarcoating it here. This is going to be tough, but I think we can do this. So, Taylor and Charlie's the P-47 in this case. I would go for Lieutenant Tao, but, well, I need to deal with his P-47 first. If I can take a shot on the Tu-2S, I will definitely take it first. And that looks like a 59, so it better go. There goes him. Where's his buddy? He's coming in. Guns are actually doing alright today, but I'm not going to count on it, that's for sure. D28. Dodged him. D30's swinging it round because he knows he's damaged, but I'm just going to dodge him effortlessly. Right, his buddy's coming, and so is the LA7. We need to thin the herd, that's for sure. More hits. Of course, Thunderbolts can take a beating. That's the thing. Nope. More bits flying off. There we go. Nice fire. Of course, my teammate is too busy not alerting me. That was fucking close. Jeez, that was close. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of clenched my butt cheeks then.
We need to put more pressure on the enemy.
Okay. That takes us down to 2, because one of them's Jade out. The P-47 and that A26. Ow, ow, ow. No. No mid-map AA. No. You can't aim worth a shit. You're in a D28. Just keep your speed up. I literally can't touch you in this thing. There goes the A26, so it's just this guy left. Of course, mid-airfield AA decided to hit us from 2.5 miles away, so that's wonderful. I'm surprised we survived that, to be brutally honest. There's no sugarcoating it. I should probably be dead. But, you know, this thing's agile enough to the point where I can get away with some things, but there's only so much I can get away with, let's be real. And it looks like Mr. Tao is going to be runway camping for the rest of the match. Yeah, he's not that good, that's for sure. I think my best option here is to at least make my way back nearer to my airfield, because I will have to rearm and get some more fuel. But I think I'll take out some ground targets on the return leg. It's probably my best option, because look, the second that A6M5 got near him, he just dove straight for the runway. Unfortunately, that's just what happens these days. We just deal with more players like this, and it's kind of sad, really. Because, like, he has a major performance advantage over pretty much everyone on my team. Like, the K4 can keep up with him decently well. The Spitfire 14 can keep up with him to some extent, but not outstanding. You know, like, he has the ability to whoop our ass, but he's just abusing a broken mechanic. Which, that's a whole different kettle of fish. I mean, I've already talked about airfield AA in the past. But even then, like, it shouldn't be something that we can abuse. It should be something that should sometimes protect us, but sometimes fail. There we go. Thought I'd bag myself a bot. Right, I'm going to go RTB, get myself some fuel, get myself some cannon ammo, load up some ground targets, and load up a couple of bombs, because I think we can help the 264 out a little bit with those bases. I will see you all shortly. Well, welcome back to the hangar. As you can probably tell, the guy Jade out eventually. and took him until I got back to the runway to J out instead of doing donuts, but that just proves what this thing can do. I mean, it's not a bad plane at all. It's definitely something that can do some work, but like I said, it's just the fact that it just, it's not as strong as it could be, so to speak. I think the A6M3s are overtiered. The A6M5s, they're okay where they are because they've got a better performance and a better dive. But even then, I just think because people are dumb enough, like that P-51 demonstrator, to just use their energy advantage in turn flight, it's not really down to the plane. It's down to the stupidity of others. And don't get me wrong, these are good planes, but they're not 5-0 worthy. I mean, that was a 6-0 match. I was very lucky to not meet too many 6-0s. But even then, I still had to work pretty hard by putting down that TU-2S, which soaked up quite a bit of ammo, and I had to pick on a small fry for the most part. And I just think, for the moment, this plane's not in a good place, and I think definitely it should go back down to 4.7. It was fine there, it didn't really have any problems, it's just people are dumb enough to turn flight these things, even to this day. And people still take head-ons with IL-2s thinking that's a smart idea. So I'm sorry for the match being a little bit shorter than what it normally would be, but obviously I'm not going to make you sit through and watch multiple minutes of me just climbing and deciding what to do. But I hope this really shows you why I don't think you should play this plane in this day and age, unless you really want a challenge, personally speaking. But like I said, it's not a bad plane, it's just not in a good place right now. Anyway, I'll leave you all to it for today. I hope you enjoyed seeing the combo request and, of course, this sub request for today, and I'll see you all on the next one.